And hello, everybody. So glad to be here with you. So today I wanted to talk about double it down on your power. I had promised to do this Facebook Live. I apologize if anybody was waiting at exactly 10 a.m. today. I've been going through a big shift energetically, really, and it scrambled my brain a little bit on focus momentarily. So I apologize if I'm running a little bit behind today as a result. So I want to talk about this subject. I left a post here around, you know, the issues that we have with not making powerful choices that we could be making in our lives, and then the sense of either regret we might have about it later, or just continuing to live in that space where we're still not being fully ourselves, still not fully stepping into our power. So this morning, what I did do before this live is I put a little post up and giving us sort of a direction, a guide to support you. And because someone asked, well, how do you do that? How do you move out of the fear and actually step into your power to do the big, bold things that you're sensing you're supposed to be up to? How do you do that? And what I've been doing and I've done progressively over my life is when I'm needing to step into something that feels bigger than my current container to step into it, what happens is a lot of times our brain talks us out of things because it will try to reflect back to us the container we've agreed to so far. It's like, well, no, you don't want to do that. You don't want to expand beyond that. And then you literally aren't even in the energy of doing it. So it's not going to happen. You're not going to make the big next bold decision. If you do, it's not going to happen in the big bold energy. It's not going to happen in expanded energy. So the first thing really to do is to move out of like this vacillation energy. Like I have clients all the time, they'll say, well, I'm resisting, I'm thinking about it, I'm going to get there eventually. There's no need to wait, and there really isn't a need to wait most every time, okay? So what we really need to do is to remember who we are, really wake up fully to who we really are, because you know who you are at some level. It's not beyond words. It's that feeling you have of that connection you have with source and a sense of this really expanded energy that you feel. Because I know people that are really tuning in here on this group, and most all of you are going to know this about yourself, or you have this huge sense of expanded energy you have, and yet you're operating in a smaller box because we don't want to show up so big that we blow everybody else out of the water, or that other people will be offended, or that something bad could happen to us or our loved ones because of persecution issues of the past. So we have to realize that, again, these are things we might have experienced in the past, but it was always because we started to step in maybe only at one level into this bigger energy that we are, and then when something happened, it collapsed. We allowed it to collapse and never stabilized, and then seemingly bad things happened to us. But what we really need to do is to step up into this big energy that we are again and again, is what we've been asked to do. Uh, so on this day 1111, to double down on your power. 1111 is a number, if you're like me, it comes to me again and again. 1111, 11, 11, 11, my whole life, 11. And that's been the big number for me. All I have are different numbers. 11's always been it. And for me, this, whatever other people may say, but for me, it represents standing in the power, the infinite power we are, in the power of the intentionality of who we've come here to be. When you think about it, I mean, many people say, I have visions of me speaking to lots of people, or millions of people, or stadiums of people, or me making this huge impact in the world. That's the space to be standing in. So you stand in that space, you stand in that energy, and wherever your presence takes you from that place, that's the outward sort of action that's being taken from that place. So the things that seem elusive or hard to level up to in your purpose in your business, Because you're not standing in the energy that would allow that to be very simple and very easy. That's usually the number one issue. So that's what you need because everything else solves itself, right? It's all about energy. So the energy solves literally the sense of like, I don't think I can do it. I'm not good enough. I need more certificates. I need more training. I need more something else. Instead, you stand in the sense of this big energy. So when you, those images maybe that have come to you, or you could just imagine it for yourself now, imagine yourself speaking on some huge stage and the impact you're having. You don't have to wait for that to happen to stand in that sort of energy now. You can start letting that drop in now, and then you need to let it ground. You need to let it land and let it digest in your energy. So that's the key. Hi Heidi, glad to see you here. So that's the key is to do that. It's hard for me to explain in a quick live video all of it, but I wanted to at least give some guidance and support on this because when you're just committed to going for it and the fear of like, well, what if it goes wrong? What if this? What if that? But it's like I know a lot of times we talk and I talk about well the what if positives. I mean that is a good technique, definitely of that if that comes up. But what will transcend that is like just that's it. I'm committed to my purpose. If my life disappears as I currently know it, or if I were to die, then so be it. You can't take you can't take your you're not going to continue on this path forever eventually. So it's like you just got to say yes. And why prolong your suffering? Why prolong other people's suffering that you could be helping them? So why keep doing that? Instead, stand in this huge energy that you are and let it guide you. A lot of people also think, well, it's going to overwhelm me. I have to give up my lifestyle and I'll be maybe you'll create a new lifestyle that works even better for you, that you'll even enjoy more. Because people are, oh, am I going to work too much and all that? Because a lot of you are recovering workaholics. It doesn't mean you're necessarily going to become a workaholic. It just means you're standing in this energy and you're letting that presence move through you. You might, who knows? I don't know. You might become more Eckhart Tolle-ish. He's Eckhart Tolle-ish. And other people I know, they're very lazy. They describe themselves as very lazy. And so, but you're in that field of that energy. You're in that sense of the big energy that you are. And then you're just saying yes to what you know to be true for yourself. You're like, that's it. Finally, I'm saying yes to that. And every day I'm standing in the biggest energy possible to let that be so. And then you'll need times of rest and digestion and integration. Absolutely, you need to be prepared for that, and just get out of your head and let yourself follow the connected path of being in your presence and your power, and let the great work that's meant to happen through you to happen through you. So that's basically the guidance and the support. Let's see if I get a quick channeled message. I'm gonna have to wrap up in a moment. Let's do Archangel Metatron. He's always got that bigger energy to bring. Rely upon the power of my energy as well. I am here to command legions of angels to support you. You know that the light has your back. You know we have you covered. Remember this truth. Allow the untruths within you to be eviscerated so that you can be the powerful vessel of impact you've come here to be. Allow yourself to commune in deeply with this power, knowing it's a holy power, it's a sacred power to transmute energy here on the planet as a healer, as a light worker, as a way shower. You are to lead the way. If you've been called to lead the way, your time to lead is now. Thank you. Let's see, Archangel Michael. The support, the energy, the protection, the grace of the space of wholeness is within your body. As this energy of who you are is being digested, know the container is safe, it's whole, it's well, you're protected on all sides, all around you, up and down, all around. You're whole, you're well, you're a holy vessel for your message. Use my sword and my light to eviscerate any sense of fear, knowing it's just bringing you into the power, into the presence. That is the power and presence of love, of truth, and of true divine justice, true justice for all. Thank you. Okay. Last message, Jesus. Take my hand. I guide the way. Surrender to the power within your heart, knowing all the spirit energies dissolve within the heart, the sacred heart within. Come back home to your innocence in your heart, experiencing the bliss, the expanded energy within your heart. Knowing it auto generates all miracles, all great things. Come back home. Thank you. Thank you. Okay. All right. There's so much more I know, but we're going to keep it at that for today. I'm grateful to have shared with you today. Um, just say yes. Just say yes. Feel that energy. Let it back in. It's safe. Let the big energy that you are to come back in. Let it ground. Let it come into you. Feel it pouring into you. Stand. Say yes to it. Then move your body. Move your body into action, into physical action, into actions to take as well. Stand in that energy. Know the victory is already at hand for source, that it transcends you. It's for source, it's for the highest, for source through you, to experience this through you, and let it be so. Thank you all. So it is. Okay, everyone, lots of love. Goodbye for now. Double down on that power.